Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips team leaders to lead through the challenges they face every day. This show is sponsored by the CLC team, and they help turn stagnating and unhealthy teams into high performing and high producing unified teams by increasing communication and minimizing conflict. The CLC team also offers an online mastermind group and an online leadership community for leaders who want to continuously learn and develop their leadership skills with other leaders. These groups are your personal trainers for leadership development. Find out more at clcteam.com. Hey, hope you're having a great day today. And today, I want to talk about how leaders need to be in control at all times, even if it may not appear that way. So the other day, I was talking to a fairly new leader. She is a manager at a local company, and she was making out the schedule for the next 3 weeks. When I inquired about it, she said that she was just tired of people demanding days off the day before the schedule came out, and instead of requesting off like the policy states they need to, they would basically just walk up and tell the manager that they were taking certain days off next week. Now, this was occurring even with the employees who had only been working there a couple of weeks. Well, I kind of smiled and I asked her a few questions, such as, what do the other managers say when team members tell them they aren't working on certain days? And how much in advance do they need to request time off? I mean, what does the policy say? And then I followed that up with, is there anything in writing that specifically says that they must request time off for certain days and a certain amount of time before that day? And finally, I asked if all the team members had been briefed on the policy about requesting time off. Did they understand it? Now, after she answered all these questions, I asked her what happened when the employees were telling other managers that they were taking certain days off. And she simply said that they were getting the days off. To which I asked her if she thought that was the employee's fault or the leader's. Now, she realized what I was getting at and said that she had to sit down and talk to the other two managers to ensure that they were all on the same page and that they were not going to accept anybody telling them from now on that they were going to take certain days off. She also said that she was going to ensure that everyone knew and understand the policy for requesting time off. I commended her on her leadership and the initiative to make up the schedule 3 weeks in advance. But I also cautioned her that if the other two managers weren't on board with this schedule and giving time off and granting time off, it will be all for nothing. She quickly agreed and said that she was going to talk to the other managers that night before posting the schedule. Now, if you've been a leader for any amount of time, you've probably dealt with something similar to this. Your team members, man, they will test the waters, so to speak, and see how far they can get without being stopped. They're essentially testing your ability as a leader to uphold the policies that are in place. They want to see how far they can push you and how much they can get away with. The thing is, if all leaders are not adhering to the policies and enforcing the policies, the team members and employees, well, they're just going to find out where they can go to get away with certain things. It's a classic case of finding the weak link within the leadership team. So, in lieu of this conversation that I had with this young leader, I think it's a great reminder and a lesson for all of us to ensure that we don't have any weak links in our leadership team and to ensure that we aren't the weak link. Today's challenge is to have a conversation with all the other leaders that you work with and get everything out in the open. If there's anything bothering you or other leaders about each other, man, you need to bring that up and talk about it like leaders. Sit down and talk about it. Get everything out. And by the way, if you're not adhering to any of the policies, talk to the other leaders about it and vice versa. The bottom line is that if all the leadership team is not on the same page when it comes to setting and enforcing the policies and standards, your team will have a difficult time reaching your full potential. And this is a conversation that all leaders need to have every month or so, because you all need to ensure you're on the same page. Hey, that's it for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.